What's going on, guys? My name is Matt, or MC Sports Talk, here today with Arland, who is supporting Android. We'll just call Mr. A over here.
I am the Android supporter in the room.
So we got a little Apple versus Android, I guess. It's more of iOS versus Android, really.
Yeah,
I guess
it's kind of like the actual brands.
Is the technical term of the software that goes on your mobile devices. But I'm gonna support my my lovely iPhone and all Apple devices. And
I got the dark side of the moon here with the Android devices that everybody.
Now, you might have your work cut out for you, because I feel like the YouTube community, a lot of them still support Android, as where the rest of the world prefers Apple.
Maybe. I mean, I guess YouTube is a Google.
A lot of YouTubers are more, they want more bang for their buck, really, so they're going to go with the Android, which is usually the cheaper option.
The power users. Yeah, the cheap people.
The cheaper users who get all this garbage I think really equates to an Apple
I think that leads us
device.
to the first point of debate is the price.
Let's hop right into it.
Yeah,
the price.
The price.
Fondle me.
How
much is... we're going to use the Galaxy S3 because that's the one everybody compares it, the iPhone 5 to. We're basically going to use the iPhone 5 versus the Galaxy S3, the two top-of-the-line phones right now. From most people's perspectives. I'm getting the iPhone 5. I pre-ordered it. It's coming in exactly a week. Arland here has a Galaxy.
I have a Galaxy Nexus.
So he does not have the Galaxy S3. But for heaven's sake, we're gonna use. I don't even have an iPhone yet, so we're gonna use these two phones here, and we're just gonna battle it out with some points here. I'm gonna be using my iPhone 5 though, even though I don't have it yet.
It's quite all right. So pricing. How much does the iPhone cost with an upgrade?
With an upgrade.
Yeah.
$200.
$200.
Okay.
And then how about without?
That's for 16 gigabytes. Obviously.
Yeah, 16. We'll just go base models. We don't have to go crazy.
Without an upgrade, depends on the iPhone, really.
Well, okay.
We're talking a couple $100 here, anywhere from $600 to $800, depending on the model, capacity, you know.
And with upgrades, 200. And 200's I think where the higher end phones are right now. I mean, the Galaxy S3 is also 200. And,
right.
The Galaxy Nexus, when I bought it, was 300 with an upgrade, so it's actually more expensive.
Right.
But I think the appeal of Android in terms of pricing is that you can get the top of the line phone with the top specs, but you can also get a lesser phone that kind of gets the job done. You don't have to go with the full enchilada that the iOS offers. You can get a phone for free. You can get an Android phone that functions for free.
You can. I'm not going to argue that point. You can get a shitty-ass phone if you choose to.
But
there's no argument in
that.
that.
All the bells and whistles.
But we're talking top of the line here. We're talking iPhone versus Galaxy.
Okay.
That's what we're talking
about.
So
let's look at what we get with this price, this $200 price tag.
So $200.
What do you get with the iPhone?
You're getting everything you can want.
That's not an argument.
That is an argument. Okay.
Everything you want.
I'm gonna throw this out to you here. My friends, they always back up their argument for an Android phone with, I can run all the stuff an iPhone can. I can run an iPhone. They can use their software to make it look like an iPhone. My question is, why would you want your phone to look like an iPhone? Why don't you just get an iPhone?
I don't know what's wrong with your friends.
Right? Am I right or am I right?
I mean, you're absolutely right. The appeal of Android is that it's more powerful. You get more features, and I think part of the Android, it's a double-edged sword for Android. We get the latest. I have NFC in my phone. iPhone 5 still is not getting NFC, near frequency communication, so it can interact with devices like touching them and stuff. And I have that already, and I'm not sure what value it is because I know nobody else that has it, so I can't really utilize it. And I guess that's where it's the crossroads. I mean, do you want a bleeding edge device, or do you want a device that's more solid? And I think that's kind of the debate between the two.
Right. I have to agree completely on that one. You do have NFC.
Yeah, we have NFC.
True.
We had 4G. You guys just got 4G.
Right.
And I see you guys. I mean, you're talking about like iOS. But
right.
I mean, you just got 4G. You're always kind of like a step behind Panorama, which is kind of funny.
Step behind in one way, but really we're leading the technology overall.
Apple is safe. Apple,
to begin the whole scene, I think Apple was really the first to do the whole scene, to have the best touchscreen, to have all this innovative technology. Where you had back then when the first iPhone came out, you had the Palm Trio. I remember that's the phone I had. They all had the
Palm
bulky.
Trio?
The Palm Trio, the bulky keyboards. You had the Envies.
The
Those are
Blackberries.
out of the scene now. Now
Blackberries
everything's
look like
touchscreen.
ass.
Blackberries are gone. I mean, that's what you had then. But iPhone changed the game. Now everything is like an iPhone was to begin with. You got these beautiful big screens, all touchscreen, can do whatever you want. Can't even imagine.
Very
Apps,
extensive
exactly.
app catalogs.
Extensive apps, right. So you can do everything, and that iPhone started that. So we do have that under our belt. That's why I've always feel like Apple users are like, we are the innovators. We did it first.
Yeah.
I will give you
it
that.
started that. Yeah,
We started.
I give it to you that Apple started this.
There's no denying we started.
There was devices out there before Apple, but they really got it down. Like I remember touchscreens before the iPhone.
Right, we're garbage.
Like I hated them, and
Yeah.
then there was like, holy crap, they actually can do it. Like
Yeah.
Apple nailed that down. I'm not gonna argue or dispute
Right.
that anyway.
There's no argument in that.
I think as we move forward, they're failing to innovate.
All right. This is where I might have to agree with you a little bit. They're not failing to innovate. They are with the pack. They're not leading the pack anymore in that scenario. Samsung has done a really good job with their phones, creating this new useful technology. But one thing I must say, most people do not have a phone that can connect perfectly with all of their phones, because on the Android market you have so many different phones. They all have different capabilities, and all the people are different types of users. Some people, like you said before, buy shitty phones. Some people have the higher end phones. As
So
where
you're
Apple,
referring to
everybody compatibility with
Yeah.
other people, connectivity.
like iMessage.
Everybody, exactly, like iMessage. All the apps are, you have the same app store, so you have all the same apps you can connect with people on the iPhone.
Well, let me stop you right there. Let's talk about iMessage, because I think that's interesting. I mean, I think it's an amazing thing, and I wish I had it.
Right.
You know, as an Android user, I see, I use iMessage with, I talk to my girlfriend at home
Right,
through iMessage.
through your computer.
Yeah,
right.
because it's just so damn convenient. And I'm like, and I see people, say, okay, well, I'm at my computer, and when I'm at my computer and I'm talking to her and I have to go to class, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. If she wants to continue, she should text me. It's not like I can just pick up my phone and keep walking.
Right.
And there's a lot of frustration with that, and I give Apple that. They created, basically, they copy. I mean, I'm not sure they're copying it, but they did a better job at BBM. Remember BlackBerry Messenger?
Right.
Remember everybody was like, oh, my pin, it was like...
Right. Well, I mean, I don't think it's exactly the same as BBM now.
It's
because
better. It's better.
They basically connected all the iPhones in the same program, messaging really, that you can connect to all phones. But since so many people have iPhones and there's only one iPhone software really, even though there's different models obviously, you can connect much easier on so many different levels that the Android just can't really do.
And I think Android's trying to do everything. I think we're trying to create a device that anybody can afford, and we have like, I think the defragmentation of the OS right now. There's like 6 or 7 different versions of Android that are out there that are being run.
Right.
And developers are on the App Store trying to make apps fit different screens, fit different iPhone models, or not iPhone, Android side like RAM. It just, there's so many different type models out there. Developers have a hard time optimizing for a specific one. That's where Apple gets it right.
Right, and then, I mean that also goes into user friendliness, I guess, ease of use, really. iPhones, although it's very complex in ways, you can do so many things with it. It's very simple and straightforward. Where a lot of Android phones, there's a lot more going on. There's more you can do. If you want to debate that, you can do more things.
The Android's for the power user, I think. It's definitely for the person. Like, I can do things. I show people things on my phone that I can do, like like remote control and different things that you cannot do on an iPhone, just because you don't have root level access. Even if you jailbreak it, you'd be hard pressed to copy some of the things that Android has it out of the box. And I think you just got to know your audience. When you're debating the two, it's kind of like apples and oranges, I think, at that point. I mean, they're both phones, but there's definitely. I mean, it's Linux, but I don't know. You have Unix, Linux. It's when you go down to the root of everything. And
right, that's true. I'll give you that point. But now let's get into the nitty gritty details of the phones themselves. Galaxy S3 versus the iPhone 5. Now, although the iPhone 5 hasn't come out yet, a couple people got their hands on it early. It's coming out this week on Friday. And there are some posts up on Mac Rumors and 9to5Mac that say the following. The A6 processor, as we know, the Galaxy S3 does have that processor. Actually, doesn't have that processor. It's got the ARM processor.
Yeah.
But Apple actually took the ARM processor and customized it, which is now the A6.
So wait, let me specify. They're using a Samsung processor. Just want to clarify.
They're using the same processor
Samsung.
that is customized
but
for Apple phones.
Who makes it?
I don't care who makes it. My phone.
Hey guys, thanks for watching part 1. Click the screen to see part 2.
Be sure to subscribe for more. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.